Viewers across the world, helicopters flying high in the skies, built from steel and iron, have always been seen as symbols of power, wealth, and advanced technology. But today, from the very heart of Africa, news has arrived that has shaken the West. Yes, the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, has announced that just as he once built wooden buses for his people, now that revolutionary idea has reached the skies. Special wooden helicopters are being developed, not only to provide safe travel on the ground, but also to carve out a unique identity in the skies. This announcement is both astonishing and revolutionary. But questions naturally arise. How can wooden helicopters even be possible? Will they truly be able to fly? What kind of engines will they use? And most importantly, is this just a dream, or could it become the new reality of the future? That is exactly what we will uncover in today's video. So make sure to watch till the very end. Friends, after the successful experiment of wooden buses, Ibrahim's next mission was even greater. His goal was to maximize the use of local wood to strengthen the economy and directly benefit the people through such projects. He believed that if buses made of wood could run on the nation's roads, then wooden helicopters could also fly in the skies. And this belief became the foundation of his next revolutionary project. He officially announced that Burkina Faso would now begin building wooden helicopters. And this was no dream or fantasy. Work had already started on making it a reality. The very first step was to bring together engineers from around the world who specialized in both aviation and wooden structures. Young experts from Europe, Asia, and Africa were invited to Burkina Faso to help turn this vision into reality. Once these experts arrived, a massive workshop was set up where wooden models, designs, and prototypes began to take shape. In the beginning, everyone had the same concern: how much weight and strength could wood really withstand? Because in aircrafts and helicopters, every single component is a matter of life and death. But Ibrahim insisted that the choice of wood was not just a cheap alternative, it was a strategic decision. Burkina Faso's forests not only hold abundant timber, but they also provide a special kind of lightweight wood that is both strong and flexible. Scientists proposed modern methods to process this wood, making it even more durable and resilient than metal in certain aspects. In the workshop, the very first helicopter frame was constructed, built entirely on a wooden structure. When modern composite materials were combined with the wooden structure, it created a frame even stronger than steel. With this vision, engineers built a light yet powerful body, one capable of soaring through the skies. Now came the question of the engine. And here too, Ibrahim showed remarkable leadership. He ordered the development of small but powerful local engines designed to generate maximum power while consuming minimal fuel. These engines were carefully fitted into the wooden structure in such a way that the weight remained balanced, ensuring no disruption in flight. Old aircraft engines were redesigned and made lighter, then mounted onto the wooden helicopters. Along with that, the wooden rotor blades were crafted in such a way that they could cut through the air more effectively and provide stable flight. Seeing this progress, even the engineers were astonished. How could a poor nation turn such a grand dream into reality? Friends, when the very first wooden helicopter rolled out of the workshop, the moment felt nothing short of a miracle. Thousands of people gathered. Media cameras zoomed in. All eyes were fixed on the machine that, though made of wood, carried the determination to touch the skies. As the pilot started the engine, the sound was not like that of an ordinary helicopter. It was softer, producing a unique resonant hum. When the blades began to spin, dust clouds rose into the air, and before anyone realized it, the wooden helicopter lifted off the ground. The people erupted with joy, chanting, "This is the new Burkina Faso. This is the revolution of Ibrahim Traoré." This helicopter was not just a machine. It was the living embodiment of a nation's dreams. It meant that farmers could transport their crops more easily to the cities. Doctors could reach remote villages to treat patients in time. Students in faraway regions could travel quickly to educational institutions in the cities. And above all, this project opened a new gateway for the country's economy. Thousands of jigs were created in the process of building these helicopters. Carpenters, laborers, and engineers all found meaningful work. And all of this was done using local resources, without any Western loans or foreign companies dictating terms. Ibrahim declared that these helicopters would not only serve Burkina Faso, but would also become a model for all of Africa. While Western helicopters cost billions of dollars, Burkina Faso's wooden helicopters could be produced at a fraction of the cost. This affordable alternative could become a lifeline, not only for Africa, but also for regions in Asia and Latin America. International experts began to say that if this project succeeded, it could spark the greatest revolution the aviation industry had ever seen. And there was yet another remarkable side to this plan. The use of wood reduced environmental pollution, making these helicopters eco-friendly. They were equipped with engines capable of running on biofuel, further cutting fuel costs. Thus, this project became not only an economic success but also an environmental one. And so, once again, Ibrahim Traoré proved to the world that when intentions are pure and the purpose is the welfare of the people, even the biggest dreams can be turned into reality. After the wooden buses, the wooden helicopters of Burkina Faso became a symbol that left the world both astonished and unsettled. Some began to wonder, could this be the beginning of a new future for humanity? The answer, of course, lies in the time to come. But friends, there is another massive benefit. These wooden projects in Burkina Faso will not remain confined within the nation's borders. They will also be exported abroad. Wooden buses and helicopters, when they reach other African nations and Asian markets, will become a goldmine for Burkina Faso's economy. Where the Western world sells buses and aircraft at extremely high prices, Burkina Faso's wooden models will be available at a fraction of the cost. This will naturally attract poor and developing countries, who will immediately see the value in adopting them. Thus, a brand new industry will be born, an industry not only of wooden helicopters and buses, but also of furniture and agricultural tools, all designed for export. From this, the country will earn valuable foreign exchange, which will then be invested back into roads, hospitals, schools, and power projects. Friends, just imagine, when these wooden helicopters reach other African nations, poor farmers there will also benefit. A farmer will be able to sell his harvest in big cities quickly. A doctor will be able to reach remote villages faster. A student will be able to save precious time traveling to schools or universities. All of this at low cost with greater convenience. And that is why these wooden projects are not just for Burkina Faso. They are a new hope for the entire continent of Africa. Ibrahim Traoré's vision is that Burkina Faso should not only fulfill its own needs with wood, but also show the world how true progress can be achieved through simplicity and local resources. This is why these wooden projects are destined to become a powerful export force. In the coming years, they could transform Burkina Faso into a key player in the global market. Where the Western world believes that technology is its monopoly, Burkina Faso is showing that the real strength lies in the simplicity of resources and the honesty of intention. This revolutionary wooden vision will, in the years to come, give Africa a new identity, with Burkina Faso at the very center of this transformation.